Hey friends, welcome back to another video. My name is Ruth and this week we'll be painting roses. We'll be creating this painting in only 15 minutes with a very loose style, so let's dive in. For these watercolor roses, I use my black velvet silver brush number 8, and I use the tip of my brush for the center of the rose, painting in circular motions with very thick paint, and then I add some water to paint the petals, so I get a very light wash. And for the petals I use the belly of my brush. Now I add some more paint to the center of the rose to create some dimension and depth. And then I add some more water to the outer petals. And I mix some orange into my pink color to create a slightly different color for the second rose. And I repeat the same process. For the center of the rose, I paint in circular motions with the tip of my brush, and then for the petals, I use the belly of my brush and more water. And then for the outer petals, I only use water. And then again some thicker paint for the center to create some more depth and color. And I let that bleed into the petals because the paint is still wet. And for the third rose I mix some yellow into my pink color and also some dark purple. And I repeat the same painting process again, circular motions with the tip of my brush. Then for the petals I use the belly of my brush with more water than paint on my brush. And then for the outer petals I only use water. It doesn't have to be perfect. Just have fun painting these loose watercolor roses. And in the end you'll see that you get a very nice result. So let's paint another one. For this rose I only use my pink color, and I paint a slightly smaller rose this time, so not all the roses are the same size. And I let the paint bleed into the other roses a little bit. I really think that gives a very beautiful effect. So I mix some more pink and orange and I paint in another rose on the right, repeating the same process again. Adding water for the petals. and some thick paint again in the center. And one final rose here on the left side with the more orangey color. Just play with it, have fun. Don't worry if it doesn't look perfect. It's meant to be a very loose style, so just relax and paint along with me. So on to the leaves. I mix some greens on my palette. Sap green, hooker's green, and I add some sepia to create a darker tone. And I use the belly of my brush for the first brush stroke of these leaves, and then the tip of my brush to add some detail. Just one brush stroke with the belly of my brush and then the tip of my brush to add some details. And this brush, this black velvet silver brush, is really nice for these leaves because you almost get the leaf shape automatically when you use the belly of the brush. For these roses I use Fabriano cold pressed watercolor paper, 100% cotton. And that has a rough surface, and I think that works really well with these roses and with flowers in general. So I just keep adding these leaves. Using the same technique. So one brush stroke with the belly of the brush and then the tip of the brush to add details. Now I mix some more of the sap green into my mixture to create a slightly lighter color. So not all the leaves have the same darker green color. Some variation is always nice, I think. Add some more leaves with this lighter green color with the same technique. And I keep adding leaves until I'm happy with how the painting looks. And now I add some smaller leaves to create some variation again. And I use my black velvet silver brush number 8 for this as well. And I just paint a very thin line and then some very small leaves with the tip of my brush. And again, it doesn't have to be perfect, just have fun painting these roses and these leaves. And you will see in the end you'll have a very nice and beautiful result. So now for the final touch, I add some darker paint to the center of my roses to create even more depth and dimension. So guys, that's it for this week's video. Thank you very much for watching, and I really hope you liked it and that you learned something from it. If you did, please give me a thumbs up and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. You can hit the notification bell to get informed when a new video comes out. And of course you can leave a comment in the section below this video and share my video with your friends if you want. Thank you very much, and I really hope to see you next time. Bye!